A couple of weeks ago, there was the famous D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. In there, Disney showcased a lot of things, from Walt Disney's plane to the new Marvel movies and TV shows. Somewhere in between, there was the theme parks panel, or as Disney calls it, the wonderful world of dreams, a boundless future. People got inside the hall with big expectations, with Bob Chapek, the CEO, saying,
"In fact, this is going to be our biggest, most over-the-top D23 Expo ever."
And left with a confused mind. Today, we'd explore what exactly was it that Disney announced, and question ourselves, is this Disney World's response to Universal's epic universe?
Oh boy!
Welcome to the Main Street News. Before we begin, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. And if you're interested, check our fan shop, where you can see designs from the channel. So, let's begin with a quick recap of what is Epic Universe. If you want to skip this part, make sure to go to the next chapter. Universal Orlando currently consists of 2 theme parks, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, a water park, a shopping and entertainment district, and 6 hotels. Now they're expanding the resort, and for this Universal has bought 750 acres of land. This has doubled the size of their land, and Phase 1 of the project is planned to feature the biggest Universal theme park in America. A quick look at the concept art shows that the central hub is massive, and it's similar to a Disney castle park, like the Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. In the park, there will be 4 different lands, which will be completely isolated from everything else. These are How to Train Your Dragon, Fantastic Beasts or Harry Potter, Classic Monsters, and Super Nintendo World. There will also be 3 brand new hotels. These could possibly be called Universal's Terra Luna Resort, Universal's Stella Nova Resort, and Universal's Helios Grand Resort, the latter probably being the one in the center of the park. Okay, after explaining what Epic Universe is, we can now dig in on what Disney presented us. There was a huge segment regarding the already announced Tiana's Bayou Adventure that will be replacing Splash Mountain on both coasts and other smaller announcements. But what we are really interested in is the blue sky ideas, as Disney calls it, that Josh D'Amaro discussed with a couple of Imagineers on stage. Before I talk about the concepts given, I just want to clear things out. These are not announced rides and expansions. They made it very clear that these are just ideas of what could happen some years from now, so don't expect it to be built in the next 5 years. Starting with the Magic Kingdom. What's beyond Big Thunder Mountain? Nothing, there's nothing there. Yet. Disney asked the question, what if? And started what seemed to be a brainstorming session with the audience. And it looks like what could be beyond the mountain peaks of Big Thunder is Santa Cecilia, from the hit Pixar movie Coco. And then there's the town from the other hit movie Encanto. Now, this makes some sense story-wise. You have the southern United States and then Coco, who is from Mexico. And later, you come across Colombia, or in this case, the House of Family Madrigal. But they didn't stop there. Oh no, because what's south of Colombia? Huh? I'll give you a second. Brazil, right? No, you are wrong and you should feel bad for it. It's obviously a place of evil, where even light is not allowed to enter, and where the most evil characters Disney has ever put to screen rule. While this land doesn't have an official name, we are just calling it Villain's Kingdom. This is what Disney gave us for the Magic Kingdom, and you might think, oh wow, it's very cool, but what is it? To which I reply, I have no idea. They conveniently left out the more in-depth details, like what kind of attraction these lands could eventually have. But yeah, let's jump to Animal Kingdom now. The fans have been divided with this announcement, which I remember you is not an actual announcement, but more of what could eventually be built. It's no secret that Dino Land USA has been in poor state for this last few years. The situation was aggravated when Disney demolished the Primeval Whirl roller coaster. Since then, that area has been quite abandoned, but in the What If section of the D23 Expo, they released this concept art and information. Here we have a Moana Miniland, with what it seems to be two attractions, a spinner ride that could easily be a reskin of the Triceratops spin, and a log flume. Then we arrive at a Zootopia Miniland. While again we have little information, I believe that the Zootopia ride could simply be a reskin of Dinosaur that is present at the moment. This because we learned that the Shanghai Disneyland attraction, based on the same movie, will use a very similar ride system. So now we arrive at the main part of the video, where I try to answer, is this Disney's response to Epic Universe? Well, yes and no. Let me explain. These aren't concrete plans for the future expansions of the parks. These are just blue sky concepts and ideas. Therefore, this isn't exactly Disney's way to fight Epic Universe, because this is nothing at all. It looks like they will use the old tactic of wait and see. If Epic Universe turns out to be a massive success and the Disney World Resort is taking a hit from it, they will probably pick these plans up and start building. If it turns out to be not a huge hit, they will stay quiet and continue things as they are now. Last time I talked about this topic, I mentioned that what Disney would probably do was to bring back older announcements, like the Mary Poppins ride, the Spaceship Earth refurbishment, and the Play Pavilion. It looks like these have all been cancelled since neither was mentioned in the parks panel. In that video, I said that Disney isn't too worried about Epic Universe, and that seems to be the case going out from this last D23 Expo. Now, before ending, I will repeat what I said in that last video. Epic Universe will definitely change the game when it arrives, and Disney could take a big hit if they underestimate their competitor. Disney continues to give less and less amenities for those staying inside their property, while Universal makes sure to offer as much as possible. But Disney has the advantage of being a huge brand that's deeply infused in people's minds. And they will always be Disney, and that may just be enough. Or it may not. Thank you for watching this week's video. What do you think about these blue sky concepts announced at D23? Let me know in the comments so we can have a chat. Make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. As always, thank you for watching, and that's a wrap.